My name is Matthew Tan. I am the private secretary for Bishop Tony Randazzo of the Catholic Archdiocese of Sydney, and I'm also an adjunct senior lecturer in theology at Notre Dame University. When I was reading through this passage, the one image that I always came across as a contrast was the theme of haughtiness. Haughtiness and arrogance is this sort of presumption that I am the source of my own order and own meaning in the world, but more arrogantly still, that I am the source of meaning and order in the lives of others. And so this presumption then gives rise to an attitude that says that I somehow have a right to exploit others for my own ends. Meekness is the exact contrast of haughtiness and arrogance. Meekness works on the idea that nothing, not even my own existence, is mine. And if nothing is inherently mine, then everything I have only as a result of receiving it as a gift from a source that is outside of me. If everything that I have as a result of a divine gift, then it recalibrates my relationship not just to God or to my neighbor, but to God's creation, to the creatures that are, that God has created, to the goods of this earth. God also uses the life of the meek to unveil the way in which the haughty exploit or presume that everything and everyone in the world is inherently theirs. But it doesn't follow the logic of, say a court of law, where the evidence is forcibly foisted upon the haughty against his will. In a way, the conviction of the haughty is brought about by the haughty, by his own actions. On the one hand, there is this seemingly unstoppable wave of injustice, the victimization of the refugee, the victimization of the recipient of domestic violence, the victimization of wage theft, the victimization of any kind of injustice. And yet at the same time, it is precisely in the context of these unstoppable waves of injustice that God comes to expose the injustice through the viewpoint of the victim. As we see in the Passion of Jesus Christ, from the incarnation all the way up to the crucifixion and his resurrection, God chooses to reveal the sin-stained reality of the haughty by his being a victim, fully as a victim, by becoming targets of the haughty. To what extent do I live out my life as if I am one of the haughty, as if I feel like I'm owed something, as if I feel that I have a right to this thing or even this person? Alternatively, to what extent do I actually live out my life in the realization that the only reason why I live my life, to paraphrase Paul's letter to the Galatians, I live only because Christ lives in me. When you say blessed be or blessed are, you're not just saying this is a good thing. You're also saying we want to be in the place where this life is lived. Right? So in a way, Jesus is not just saying this is a good way to live in the here and now. Jesus is also hinting at that there is this place where meekness becomes the norm, where the life of meekness becomes the norm. And we should actually orient our lives towards reaching that place.